We have a grand opening on the 20th of May, and we're inviting the public and several dignitaries for a ribbon cutting to give stargazing to the public every free Saturday night when it's clear, April through November, starting an hour after sunset and going for at least 2 hours. We have a lot to show to the public. We've been doing this for 50 years at other venues like Fox Island, but this new facility will let us do more stargazing for the public. It will accommodate people who are challenged physically. Our telescopes can allow a person in a wheelchair to look through the eyepiece. What you can see through the eyepiece can't be seen in any other way, so we're looking forward to serving the public for years to come in a new facility.
Tell us about the new facility, how it came about, and how it's different from the old observatory.
Well, it was the idea of Greg Jacobs, and he came up with a design that would allow us to accommodate a crowd of people. Our dome that we had at Fox Island was serving well for the past 50 years, but the park had a tree line that grew up and obscured our horizon, so we searched and found a place at Jefferson Township Park, and there we now have a horizon that sees east to the windmills in Ohio and west to the horizon where we can watch planets close to the sun after the sun sets. So we have a good accommodation for the public for years to come.
Tell us about the observatory and how it helps to facilitate students, to educate them in terms of astronomy, especially locally here at the college in Fort Wayne.
We expect to be able to integrate with the curriculum of the schools and colleges in the area to help them in their astronomy classes, and we also can accommodate field trips from the students in the secondary schools and primary schools. So we're looking to also have some internet capability where students in the classroom can access the objects that we may have imaged through our telescopes and play them in the classroom. So this capability is something that we foresee for the future. So we're looking forward to being able to do that.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So how did you get involved with astronomy? How long has it been?
I joined the society. I was a young engineer at Magnavox. I joined the society in 1966 and have been active in this society off and on 4 years. Retired in 1992, but this is an avocation that continue, and it's something that I love to do. Particularly, I like to show something like Saturn to a young child who has never before seen something like that through a telescope, which is the only way that you can see certain aspects of the heavens. It can't be presented in any other way, like in a book or on a television screen. You have to look through the eyepiece.
Can you describe the most incredible experience you've had looking at the sky?
I think that I like to search for some of the deep sky objects, but what impresses me most is when we can present something that is a one-time event that's maybe not going to occur again in your lifetime. So we have had certain things like transits of Mercury or transits of Venus. The people who are alive now will not see that again. But eclipses happen often, and there's going to be an eclipse that comes across the United States in a 2-mile path on August the 18th. And there are some people who are planning to go down to Kentucky to get to that special thing. But here in Fort Wayne, it will be a partial eclipse. And we will be able to show the children here in Fort Wayne how to look at the sun without looking at the sun, and how to see images of crescents that occur in the partial eclipse. It's going to be an interesting event. We have a team of people now working to present that to the public. We'll be at Fryman Park and other places around town, and we'll hold workshops for school teachers so they can train their children as to how to best look at the sun without injuring their eyes.
So what is the danger, to make it very clear to the public, what is the danger of looking at a solar eclipse?
There is a danger in that you need to protect your eye from the direct rays of the sun. The telescopes we use, we can put a filter on the front, and that cuts the sun down. We have special telescopes, hydrogen alpha telescopes, that look specifically at the sun, and that's all they're good for. We can also use what they call eyepiece projection, where you project the image on the ground, and that's the best way. Your eye can't blink fast enough to save your retina if you look directly at the sun.
So for kids on the eclipse day, don't look at the sun, make sure that you're...
Not directly, but there are ways to look at it through screened things that protect the eyes. They make solar glasses that people will be selling, but you can use a piece of welder's glass and look directly at the sun. And we in the society will have those kinds of things for people to use.
One more thing, can we go over again all the special new attributes of the brand new build, the new observatory?
It has 2 roll-off wings. The roofs roll back and reveal telescopes mounted inside. We can accommodate 4 telescopes. We have 2 mounted permanently inside the facility. A person in a wheelchair can roll in, and we have a telescope mount that can raise and lower so that we can lower the eyepiece. He can look through the eyepiece and then roll out through the ramp at the south door to the 5 pads outside where our membership may have their own private telescopes set up. The control room also will be equipped with electronic equipment that will allow internet access, and also be able to remotely control some of the telescopes on site. We're working toward that capability in the near future. That's essentially what the facility does.
Great. You must be very popular with the school kids. They must love coming out there.
They do, and what gives me joy is showing something like Saturn to a school child who has never looked through a telescope before. And I am amazed at how much I will learn from them, because many are quite knowledgeable about the sky. They know the right questions to ask, and if I make a mistake, they might correct me.
Well, on that note, thank you very much for coming in.
You're quite
We
welcome.
look forward to the event
Okay.
on May the 20th.
Yes.
And it's going to be a great event. Fantastic. Congratulations on the new observatory. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you,
Yeah.
and I hope you edit out all my flubs and
I don't think
condense
I don't think
this
they're that-
down into just a few moments. Yeah.